MoonKrane, and today I thought I'd share with you what I'd like to accomplish before the end of 2019. I've been thinking about it a lot for the past month, and as I kept thinking about it, time slowly crept up, and now we're in the last 2 weeks. So I'm not really packing too much into the last 2 weeks, especially with Christmas just around the corner. But I thought I'd still want to consider how I want to leave 2019. Yeah, what do I want to accomplish in the last 2 weeks of the year? Ladies and gentlemen, that's what procrastination does to you. First thing is keeping uploading on this channel once a week. This just lets me keep my promise to myself and keeps the momentum going and proving to myself that I can make the commitment and stick to it. And yeah, I keep filming videos, but I keep also abandoning them because I'm like, they're not good enough. They're not right. Something's off about them. And I really want to keep this quite genuine and honest and like having a real connection and having real conversations. Like, this is what my last couple of months has been about. And I want this channel to be the same. I want it to be about genuine, honest connections. Because I've been coming across people in my life that also want that. Sometimes I thought I'm crazy that I want honesty in life. I get the idea of the whole keeping vibes high and manifesting your life the way you want it to be and fake it till you make it. But there's something about it that sometimes just doesn't ring true. And I like people who are honest about what they want out of life, even if it's not conventional, even if it's something out there. It just creates a different kind of connection when you can be honest with people. And this is what I want this to be. I want us to be honest. I want us to be raw. I want it to be genuine. And anything that falls under that just doesn't make the cut for the video. If I feel I'm not genuine in the video, I just scrap it because it's not worth it. And if that means that I have to make 10 videos a day to get to the one where I finally come out and I'm ready to share my honesty, then let it be. But either way, I'm gonna make one video a week. That's gonna happen. And I'm gonna keep to it. Second one is coming back home to myself. I've got distracted a bit lately and I've abandoned my journaling and my meditation. And those are things that keep me grounded. Those are things that's supposed to be non-negotiable. But for me, it's so easy to go into that space of, oh no, I'm fine without them. They were just my coping mechanisms. And they're not just coping mechanisms. Those are things that keep me grounded, keep me honest, keep me happy and connected to myself. And I don't want to leave 2019 disconnected and distracted. I want to be in my truth again. It's all kind of coming back to like being in the truth and honesty and genuine. And I can't do that if I'm constantly running away from myself. So coming home to me is really important. So that's how I want to leave 2019, with coming back to my daily practice of journaling and meditation so I can keep being with me, because that's who I have to live with. I have to live with myself, and if I keep running away from me, then that's just kind of sucks. As hard as it is, it's so crucial, and it's the one thing, the one constant that will never change. You're always living with you, and I want to make that a good life and not a constant runaway from me. And lastly, I want to organize my projects for next year. There's a lot of things that came up in December that are only going to come to fruition in January. They're kind of things like, well, it's Christmas soon, so let's get back in touch in January, or let's talk details about this and this project in January, and all that stuff, because everything comes to a halt in the middle of December. So I want to make sure that I'm not going away for Christmas thinking, oh my God, all of these things I need to like remember to do, to get back to organize, and stress. No, I want to like go on holiday and enjoy my holiday. So before I go, I want to organize what projects I'm gonna be doing in January, what people I need to get back to, what people I need to get in touch with, what needs to get done in January. So all of that I can just open up when I come home in the new year and be like, right, this is what I'm doing, and it's all there, and I don't need to worry. So that I don't need to worry over Christmas to do that when I get back. So I don't keep it in my head, constantly running in the background. Yeah, just makes it such a more stress-free experience over the holidays when you can make sure things are easy to get back to in January. These are the 3 things. I didn't want to pack in too much because, let's be realistic, if I did, I'd probably end up not doing any of them. And to be honest, these ones are already hard enough to do as they are on their own. It's only 2 weeks. Half of it is going to be Christmas time with family. So I just want to give myself the space to build my self-trust and my confidence and my self-love and coming home to myself. And yeah, trusting myself. Trusting yourself is such a big, important part of building a good life and living intentionally. Because if you don't trust yourself, you know, you can't rely on yourself. And that's something I'm learning to do as I go. So this is something I do want to focus on, and to be able to rest during the holidays. And ultimately, all those things slowly lead me to the one final thing that I want to be able to leave 2019 with, is by keeping my heart open, not just like for love or anything, but just in general for humans, but for people, for life. I sometimes find myself closing and retreating and being like, I've opened myself up and then I got just spit back out, and was it worth it? And what if humanity really isn't that nice? And that is not a world I want to live in. You know, I don't want to be living in a world when everybody's out for themselves and everybody's just thinking of how to get one over each other, and just in this rat race and competition, and just this vibe that's just awful, and where everybody's just out for themselves and manipulates you and all that stuff. That world exists, yes, but that's not what I want my life to be. And in order for me not to live that kind of life, I need to stay open, and I need to let my heart be open. And that's fucking terrifying, because you do run the risk of accidentally letting the wrong people in, or letting the wrong things into your life, and they will fuck you up. But I don't want to live like that. I do want to believe that there are good things out there, that there are good people out there, that there are people like me who want to be honest and genuine and live an intentional life of, you know, ultimately improving yourself and being happy, and living instead of surviving, and just creating the world around you that you want to live in. And you don't create that by keeping closed off and retreating and hiding from the world. And ultimately, that's how I want to leave 2019, with that in mind, that even if I do come across people who aren't like that, and I do let them kind of doubt that mindset, I can learn from those mistakes and keep going. And it doesn't have to mean that the way I want to live is wrong or not worth it, because I think it becomes so much more worth it when you can open into all of the good that's out there. And I know this sounds super cheesy, and I feel so cheesy right now, but honestly, yeah, that's the kind of world I want to live in. Even if the bad things exist, that's not the world I want to create. So I don't choose to live in that. And it's an active choice every day to not be bitter, to not be mad, to not be angry at everything that's happening around, and to focus on what I can control. And what I can control is myself. And that's enough. And maybe I won't know if it works out, but that's okay. And I can live with that. And yeah, so that's how I want to leave 2019, quite honestly. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.